I am so excited to share this success story with you guys. This comes from a new client. I just did a session with her yesterday, and she is new to the Rosey Life about 2 months ago, so probably really close to another 4th of July baby. And she's new to Neville Goddard, new to Law of Assumption. And I want to share with you her freaking amazing success story. This story is going to knock your little socks off. So for those of you who think that this is hard, this is impossible, stick with me. You're going to love this story. Welcome. My name is Rose. Welcome to the Rosey Life, where we help you free your mind and follow your heart so you live a life that you love. And I say that, you guys, and it is so happening for me, for all of us, for all of you, the life that you love. Heck yeah. Let's keep leveling this up. So if you're interested in working one-on-one with me too, or joining the Rosey Life course and community, go to RoseyLife.com and you can read the different information there about those things. All right, so you guys, this is going to be, this client, I had such an amazing time with her that the hour went by with her so fast, and it was just so much fun. And all of you guys are blowing my mind when I say at my videos that you guys are freaking amazing. You guys, especially for those of you who are already doing sessions with me, you know that I really mean it, because what I'm saying is that who you really are is freaking amazing. And you guys, I just so love talking to you guys and meeting you. This is incredible that I get to talk to you guys in person and hear your success stories and hear where you think that you're struggling, because I've had quite a few new clients this week as well. And it's funny because some of you come, you're like, oh, I'm ready. I've already done everything. I've already affirmed. I've already assumed. I've already done everything that you said. I've watched all your videos and I've done everything that all the other coaches have told, and it's not working. And they tell me, they come armed and prepared to throw it back at me with questions and to try to stump me. And I'm just like, and by the time we're done with the session, they're smiling, they're at peace, and they're like, oh yeah, those questions don't even make any sense now. Do you see? So it's okay, you guys. And then I've had clients say they were afraid to book a session with me because they thought that would be admitting and repeating the old story, or that they would have to talk about how they don't feel good. I'm like, you guys, don't do that. You don't have to feel happy all the time. You don't have to be positive all the time. And it's okay for you to ask for help. It's okay, all right? Because you're doing it not from a place of desperation, but from understanding more of who you are. And that's beautiful, okay? That's beautiful. You're not going to ruin your desire because you have questions, okay, or because you're feeling bad. So I just wanted to add that. So let's get to this story. Like I said already, she gave me permission to share her story. She even said, you can say my name, I don't care. Sarah, thank you for letting me share your story. You are a freaking amazing girl. All right, so she's new to Neville, new to Law of Attraction. I mean, a law of attraction, I believe too, and Law of Assumption, right? She's new to the Rosey Life. This is what's really cool. Is it's I don't have any idea. She's like, I figured I was manifesting stuff before, because she said she manifested vacations and houses she wanted to live in and different things. She said, but she really didn't know what was happening. And then she said she found the Rosey Life about 2 months ago, and at first she said, I rejected the videos that was being suggested to her. So there's that video that said how I make money without working for it. She said, I saw that video come up on my suggestion feed. She said, but I was like, no way, man, that's BS. You have to work for things. You have to work for your money. Nothing's free. You got to work for it. And she said, and then it was suggested to her a few times, and she was rejecting it. Here's the interesting part of that rejecting it, okay, is that she said, and then finally she said one day, she's like, okay, fine, I'm just going to watch it. I've heard this story umpteen times already, all right? And it's so cool. I want to share a little back end on this about what people are saying, that they've rejected the video, but then something in them finally inspired them. I want to give you guys two different perspectives of this. One is it was a rejection of her own abundance. It was a rejection of her truth, but the truth always wins. Even if she rejected it, even if she was pushing it away, the truth wins. So I want you to know that even if you feel like you're pushing something away, or that you're rejecting the happiness or success or whatever, or person, whatever it is, the truth wins no matter what. The truth wins if you choose the truth, if you choose to assume that you have what you want or who you say you are. Even if you don't have the evidence, you guys, the truth wins. Even if you choose it, if you don't believe it, the truth always wins. In other words, the truth is love. Love always wins, period. Love wins, always has, and always will. And that's what truth is. It is unconditional love. And the thing that I really I've enjoyed so much hearing about all my 4th of July babies is that many of you have said the same thing, that at first you thought, oh, this is too good to be true. This is BS. She's making this stuff up, right? But then I've had clients like come on and tell me, they're like, but I read like there's over 1,000 success stories just in that one video alone of people saying how they manifested stuff and that it's working for them just by listening to. They didn't even do anything. They didn't affirm, they didn't script, they didn't visualize, they didn't do anything. All they did is listen to your video, and they said that they got money. I said, yeah, because they allowed the disbelief to be suspended temporarily and allowed themselves to have that belief that it's possible. And that is all that is happening. That is literally all that's happening. So when we deliberately suspend belief by just saying, no, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and believe this anyway, that it can happen for me too. Why not? Why not? What if it is true? What if she's right? I'm just going to, it's free. Why not believe it? That's what she did. Do you see? That's exactly what she did. So what happened is that after her watching the video, everybody has these amazing stories, okay? And it's not just that video, it's any video, you guys. Just so happened to be that's the one that people resonated with a lot, all right? So soon after, what she did after watching that video, and I'll link the video again, I'm sure many of you guys have seen it, right? But what she did, she went on the internet, and she Googled, I think this is a funny idea. It's cool. She Googled and printed out some random bank statements from the bank that she banks at. So it's just like random photos of people, images on Google of images showing different bank balances. So she decided to print out 2. And she's like, you know what? I'm going to test this. I'm gonna see. Like, why not? It doesn't cost me anything to believe that this is possible, like she said. So I'm gonna do it too. So she printed out 2, one for $44,000 and one for $17,000. Again, these are not her bank images. These were some random person's bank images they posted. So she printed them out and she posted them and taped them on her wall. And when I say she did, she went during the session, she showed me, she got up, moved her camera and showed me all the stuff that she has taped on her wall. She's so cool. And she got up and walked off and plucked them off her wall and brought them back to the camera so that I can see the balances. And she said, this is what I did. And she said, I kid you not, Rose, 1 week later, I looked at my bank 2 different times and she saw both of those balances in her bank account. She saw both of these amounts in her bank account, deposits in her bank account. And she's like, she says, I can't even, she's like, I can't believe it. She said, it's just like that. And that's all she did. She said, this is so easy, Rose. And she said, if this is possible, she said, so is everything else. And she showed me the different things that she has on her wall now, like a picture of a house that she wants to be in. Now she has a new sum of money that's up there that she wants. She has all this cool stuff. And she's just like, I just know it's all possible. And she doesn't work. You guys, she doesn't have a regular job. she is like, she manifested a place that she lives in that she loves. She's like, you know what? I see it. I don't have to have a way or a job or a stream for this money to come, that the money will find me, that it will come to me. So I wanted to share with you guys something else that I was actually talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and I've shared this with a couple clients already today, but I was talking to my friend yesterday, and she's an art student. And she was talking to me about something that she's learning in class about light, reflection, and refraction of light. And specifically, she was sharing with me about rainbows. And she said, it's interesting, she says, how our eye, the cones behind our eyeballs in our pupils, have the ability to see light differently, that people can perceive, people perceive light, people perceive colors, that colors actually are not technically real, but they're actually reflections and refractions, and that we perceive them differently. And she says no two people even can see the same rainbow, for example. And I thought, I'm going to go with this because I'm really feeling this, because I love that it's not just metaphysical, not just Bible scriptures, not just like Neville Goddard talking, but now we're talking about my friend who's in an art class being taught by a professor about science in the biology of a human body. I said, let's bring that in too, to even bring in a different perspective to solidify that you are everything, that you are your own reality, that you get whatever you want. You are only able to experience what you assume, and that is your perception of what you see. So she says, well, it wasn't her, but I went with it further, and I started looking at Popular Mechanics and National Geographic. I was looking at different science articles about rainbows, and they all are saying the same thing, that no one sees the same rainbow. No two people can see the same rainbow. Each person has a different anti-solar point. Each person has a different horizon. There are more colors in the rainbow than the rainbow colors that we know of, like the 7 basic colors. They're saying that there's more colors in the rainbow than those rainbow colors. They are literally in the eye of the beholder. You guys, this is also more evidence that your personal perception, that you can only view and see things from your personal perception. So trying to get everybody else to agree with you and to prove that you can have something, or that you that what you're doing is right or what you're doing is wrong, trying to get other people to back you up and trying to get everybody to agree that, oh, this is baloney, or others that this is real. It's like everyone is only able to see through their own perception. That includes colors and rainbows, but that also includes that your assumptions, what you assume, is all you have privy to. I've said this before in other videos, that what you're assuming is the only thing you have privy to viewing in your reality. So it doesn't matter if somebody else sees it or not. It doesn't matter if someone else agrees with it or not, because you're only able to see through your own perception. Do you see how cool this is? And then I thought, oh my God, rainbows remind me of Noah, the ark, right? That Noah's ark. It reminds me of the Bible story of Noah and the ark. And I thought, okay, like metaphysically, the rainbow, what does it mean? And I'm sure many of you have heard this before. I've read it when I was a little kid in Sunday school. Neville Goddard talks about it, right? But the rainbow represents the covenant, or in other words, it's the promise between God and man. That's what the rainbow represents, which I think is so cool, right? And it goes deeper than that, that every rainbow has it's little drops of water that is studied by scientists, right? And every little drop of water represents man, but together it's all that we are all one. I can keep going down this road, but I don't want to get too far into this. But when man is obedient, In other words, because I'm not a big fan of obedient when it comes to scripture, it always set me back the wrong way. It's like obedient. It's like, don't tell me to be obedient because I'll be disobedient. Right? But when I really understood the word, it's not mean just like obey me, obey. It's like, ew, no. Instead, obedient is to choose higher consciousness. In other words, to go within and to see as God, to know that you are God. That's that higher consciousness. To the to the guidance of God. So you're going within and you're seeing through the eyes of God, not as this human body who is just being like, hey, don't tell me to be obedient, right? No, it's like, no, it's raising your level of consciousness to God, that He will never be flooded by negative conditions, or in other words, storms, like Noah's Ark, right? So the ark represents consciousness. Your higher level of consciousness is going within the ark, right? And the rainbow is the promise of God that the flood, not even the flooding conditions of your negative thoughts, of negative 3D conditions, that none of that, right? That the promise is with God, that you are the all, that I am the everything, that you have the perfect promise of God, of that truth, that everything is yours, the kingdom is within you, that it is all yours. And so when you go within to the ark, to that higher level of consciousness, right, that rainbow is that promise between God and man, that He will deliver you, rescue you from the flood, from all the negative thoughts of negative conditions, negative appearances, physical, emotional, mental, all of those things, that He will deliver you, rescue, lift you up. Like in Jeremiah 29:11, it says, lift you up with His victorious right hand. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for liking the video, and thank you for sharing the Rosey Life with others to help us grow. And thank you for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you guys so much, and I love you all so much, and I really do truly believe that you all are so freaking amazing. We all are. Look how powerful we are. We are everything, and we can have everything we desire. Going within, that is what we're doing. We're going within to that level of consciousness where we're seeing beyond the eyes, hearing beyond the ears, beyond what we feel, beyond what looks logical, concrete, factual, all that stuff, right? That promise of us going within and trusting in that higher within, that everything is a promise. Everything is already given to us. All right, my loves, I'll see you really soon. Thank you again. Bye.